Minecraft villages are an absolute nightmare. So today, as an architect, I thought I would go critique one. To keep it completely fair, I'm gonna create a new world and just find the first village that I see. Okay. This is something for sure. Oh god. What is this? Is this like a rose band? Like, you don't want your rose to get lost? Like, what is the purpose of that? So the very first thing that I'm gonna do is do a quick survey. Rose band. We have a house, tanner, house, pig pen, farm, second tanner, church, house, smelter, another smeltery, okay, and two more houses now. Play, workshop, and a house. Okay, so let's do some basic zoning here. If you're enjoying this video and want to learn more design tips and tricks, please consider liking and subscribing. Okay, back to the video. What the hell is happening here? So I'm seeing basically three separate districts. So there's this district here, there's this, and there's the waterfront district down here, and they're all meant to be connected, which they aren't. Let's just be clear, they aren't. So let's look at roads. There is this road here. This is a main access road. Road here right now is just a sheer cliff. There is this road here. There is a road just going into the forest here. Mojang, what is this? Why is there a square here? Who's gonna benefit from this road square? Or this? What is this? Or this? The road makes zero sense. I am so confused. This literally makes no sense. Why is that road going all the way over there? Okay, so let's actually start with fixing the zoning. Houses are close to their areas of working. That is good. But what isn't good is this farm here in the middle of the village. Biggest thing in this that is completely horrendous is the fact that we have a church right next to a smithy, which is right next to another smelter, next to a tannery. Churches would be near to houses. They would be far away from the loud areas. I'm gonna say that this is like the industry of the village. So why is there a church in the middle of it? That makes zero sense. Because also, if you think about it, the smelting place and the tannery and the other smelting place, they probably make some pretty bad noises and smells. You really don't want to have that near to your church. This makes no sense. This is complete topography blindness. Instead of actually following the terrain, they just made a sheer drop, which makes zero sense. These houses are floating in the middle of a river. Considering these docks here, I'm assuming that this river gets ship traffic. Why are we blocking the entire river? This makes no sense. No ship can pass. All in all, I would give this village layout a complete 0 out of 10, which I guess makes sense. It's completely randomly generated, but like, come on, Mojang, you can do better, right? Actually, Mojang has this thing with the United Nations known as the Block by Block project, and they design actual community in Minecraft, but this doesn't hold up to any sort of urban planning standard. And let's not even talk about the fact that there is no walls to this village. Considering the fact that in Minecraft, when nightfall comes, zombies and creepers are everywhere, yeah, this village needs a wall. Mojang, you really need to work on your housing rules for villages. How would I fix it? Let's start, shall we? Okay, first things first, let's fix the zoning, because this is a complete and utter mess. Well, my first idea to fix the zoning is obviously to take this church out of here, okay? We're gonna move this pig pen here to somewhere more not central to the village, because the center needs to have commerce, housing, and religious institutions all be close to it. Now we'll also move some of these farms out of here. We have some houses here which are completely fine, but what is this, Mojang? What is this? Who's planting flowers here? There's a hole! Okay, we need to tidy up some of these roads. This sheer cliff doesn't really make any sense. We can definitely fix this path though, because again, topography blindness is not good. This could be an entrance to the village for sure, but it definitely isn't the main one. The main entrance is probably gonna take you closer to the center. You can have it be like this way. That also works. So again, smooth out the road slope. This slope really doesn't make much sense. We're not mountain goats, guys. We can't just climb 90-degree vertical roads. We'll keep this here since I think it's pretty charming. Now, I have a problem with this. Why are there like multiple roads here that lead to nothing and do nothing? We definitely should fix this. Now here we can actually place some houses as well. I think that could look really good. So for example, instead of this house here being randomly alone from the other houses, we can move this one closer to them and also still have it be closer to the industry that it works in. Okay, now let's fix the industry zone and the farming zone. So first, let's fix some paths. You see, if we have the workshops and the industry right at the gates, when someone comes in to trade with the village, they can just get the stuff that they want from the village, buy anything that they need, and leave. They don't need to head near to the houses or near to the actual community. This way, we're actually separating functions, making sure that when people come here to visit, which looks like they get some visitors, if you know what I'm saying, buy the stuff that they need and leave. So let's fix the ground here, and let's reposition these guys and make a pretty big entrance right down the middle here. Also, we're gonna move this farm. Buddy, you're gonna be sealed in here forever. I'm sorry, cat. Bye-bye. Let's actually make a pretty strong entrance here. House is a little too far, so maybe we can move it closer. river. Now let's work on whatever the hell this is meant to be. I genuinely like this idea, but this is just a complete disaster. My first idea is actually moving them the opposite way and putting them into the mountains here. I think that could look really awesome. Let's fix the shoreline here. We make these like docks. Okay, now I think we need to work on a road that actually connects to the center of the village. And it needs to be a gentle slope, because if we have trading and small ships coming through this river to trade with this village, you're gonna have to move their stuff all the way up and get it distributed to the other parts of the village. And you can't do that if the road is this steep. So we need to make this really smooth. Okay, this is way more reasonable now. Let's actually integrate them into the wall. I think that could look really good. Okay, so let's move this smeltery as well to here, and then we can start working on the walls. Let's fix this part up, and we can probably make a wall back here. Realistically, you would probably have a fence on this wall so people don't fall. So yeah, so actually work on the exterior walls of this place. We're gonna include the farms inside the walls just to make sure that this community is always self-sustainable no matter what. Now, how are we gonna make the walls? I'm thinking, since this is close to a forest, and they clearly do forestry, we can definitely make a pretty big wooden wall around this. Like that, the entire village now has a wall that defends it and makes sense. Zombies won't be able to just come in and destroy it. And also, we have 3 entrances. One for the forest, one to this back area here, and the main entrance to the village with all the trading shops and farming as well. We'll even make a path back here that takes the villagers directly to the farms instead of having to go through all of the city. And it has places to expand as well for the future, for workshops here and here, and houses back here as well, and farming all the way up here. And this way, this village is very much defendable, and now it actually makes sense. And let's not even talk about the fact that now we have a dock system so that ships can come over by the river, unload their supplies, or buy things from the village. We also have the workshop for the clay. It's in a place that makes sense, next to the river. I would also add maybe like a storage space down here, but I'm not adding new buildings to this village. Also notice how the paths make sense. This is the center. Out of it comes this path here to the docks. There is this path here, which is the main access to this main entrance and the workshop area. There is the central church, and there is the housing here, which is a more quiet zone. And just like that, we actually fixed this village entire structure and actually made it a reasonable village, which is what Mojang should do. Hire me, Mojang, hire me. Have a very strong structure that can defend the village from any outside attack. This is what happens when you treat a game like Minecraft like the real world. You actually start making meaningful decisions that make sense and make you feel like this place is lived in, instead of just a randomly generated village number 2333. And you can have iron golems at the entrances here as well to make sure that the place is safe. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. So please consider liking, subscribing, following, and hyping. So thank you guys, ladies, and NBs for watching, and I will see you in my next video.